got an NBA 2K26 playtester, someone that has already played the game, giving us some leaks about NBA 2K26. This video is very important. And also we got some Adin and Bronny stuff, you know, we want to talk about that real quick. Y'all be sure to subscribe if you want some more NBA 2K26 updates without the double twisting on the knees, back shots to the throats. All that will not be here, okay?
You know what's crazy about this, chat? You know, as I love LeBron like my whole life, it's like you just see how much of like a piece of shit human he is, bro. Like,
this is crazy. The only reason I'm talking about this is because it somewhat relates to 2K, man. I hate when people turn on people, especially when that person has really helped you become who you are. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. How you talking about a natty? And of course I'm talking about Bronny. You know, possibly like helped you become a millionaire and be known by millions. If he wasn't in the picture, you know, Adin might not be Adin. Possibly. You know, you then violate the natty like that, especially like come on, bro. Like you know you're not really close to Drake like that. No. The only reason Adin's saying this is probably because Bronny ignoring this. He an NBA player now, man. He can't be messing with people that be playing with the whole racism thing and all that and all the foo-foo stuff. You know, he a professional making millions. So he probably mad about that. I think that's wild, man. Y'all gotta stop turning on people that, you know, really helped you out. Like back then, Adin wasn't as big as he was, bro. There were creators bigger than him at that moment that Bronny could have went and played with. And there were people way better than Adin that he could have went and played with. You had statistics, annoying, could have played with these. There was other, nothing, EJ. There were some other creators, you know? And I don't even know how, like why Bronny even went to play with Adin. It kind of didn't even make sense, cause I don't know. Cause he wasn't a foo-foo boy. So why? I don't know. Like, how was that set up? Very interesting. Especially when you're LeBron's son. Like, you would think you would try to be more safe and go with, you know, like a brother, you know, and hoop wagers and stuff. But I don't know how it was set up.
guys, imagine like your best friend for like 15 years and he's met his actual children. Like, and you know what I'm trying to say? He's met his actual children. And you're rapping to a song about him being like, it's sad. And
LeBron's been messing with Kendrick for years, and it's definitely not that deep. He clearly don't with Drake like that. Probably never has. You got to understand, LeBron is him. There's plenty of people that love LeBron like Drake love him.
Yeah, this is not my beef, but it's like I'm very close with Drake, and it's just sad, bro. It's sad. You guys call me a parasocial, but it does affect the way that I like LeBron. You know, how could it not? How could you respect somebody that has no loyalty towards somebody that I've known for 15 years? You know what I'm trying to say? You know, and that's just where it comes down to, chat. It's like, nah, but like, that's separate, bro. But it's like, come on, bro. Y'all know this is wrong, bro. Y'all know it's wrong. Y'all know
that ain't separate.
Whack. You know it is, bro. I love what academics said, bro. Like, academics clears it up the best, bro. It's just whack. It's whack. It's whack. So, it's not my beef, though. It's not my beef, but it's just kind of like... It's
probably for Kendrick more. We don't know Kendrick friends.
Grimy in many ways, you know what I mean? And again, guys, who cares? What if your best friend was rapping along a song of you? And, like, mind you, best friend, like, friends of friends, they know each other's kids. It's just whack, bro.
So he clearly don't mess with him.
When you see Dawkins Glass, you automatically, now I know that has...
He knows. Leak.
To mean that backboards are being broken. Now, if you are somebody that has been following my channel, especially for the past couple months, did I not in 2 videos? And if you know what the 2 videos that I'm talking about, put them in the comment section, right? Let me know you're a real Uncle Dimmy follower. I mentioned that not in 1, but in 2 videos about having backboards being broken, right? And
guys, why would someone be talking about backboards broken and then in the damn photo, they got the Dawkins Glass? Come on, man.
Adding more of a arcadey type feel to the park. And there's a
arcadey gameplay leaked? Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that.
Big distinction between being in the park and then being in the rec pro-am type setting, because the park's a lot.
Big distinction between 2 modes. I just showed y'all that damn FC thing where they had the authentic gameplay and the competitive gameplay. You know, all these companies follow each other. It could be somewhat like this. I have no faith. Don't get your hopes up. This 2K has a 70% chance of being worse than 2K25. I'm sorry. It's better to go in with no expectations, bro, because it's gonna break and immobilize. You don't wanna do that to your body.
Different. I talked about that. And I spoke on how those type of things, and again, I'm gonna give you some other examples I gave, would really change the game in the feel, so where people that play in the park, it feels differently than what it is when you play in the rec or the pro-am.
2 mode thing, I was showing y'all last video, y'all just crying saying and clickbait and this and that, when what I'm talking about is in the goddamn video.
I spoke on, hey man, you know, let's have slashers be able to break backboards for the game-winning shot, right?
This leak. Hey, it could be in the game. Who knows?
That was in one of the videos I spoke on. I said we got to get something like that, right? Or to add on, let's have slashers when they get a perfect green contact dunk with certain animations that the rim, when you break the rim and everything, it falls off, you know.
How y'all feel about that? This could possibly be a thing. I think this all sounds cool and all that. I seen the comments y'all were saying y'all do not care. Fix the shooting, fix RNG shooting, fix the gameplay, defense. Like, you know, but I think this is still would be a cool implementation. That's why 15 was so dope. Dribbling with the flaming balls, pause, dribbling around, you know, shooting, flaming, the rim shaking when you dunk and all that. I brought this up several times.
You get this crazy animation you can finish through. So I gave 2K 2 options. I was like, yo, do it where you can gently make the backboard, shatter in half for the game-winning dunk, or if certain dunk animations, you time it perfectly.
And y'all remember the 2K where like you do stuff and like down here an animation would change, you know? So it could be stuff like that. Maybe this will just be like an animation. Maybe it'll just show like breaking. I don't know.
The contact dunk that the backboard breaks. But I said, let's not just stop there. I said, let's also try to, again,
pay attention
for NBA, for people that are old enough to remember, like NBA Jam. I said, why not, if you are a sharpshooter, and again, same thing, game-winning 3-point shot, why not have like the net burn up in flame?
Leak. Flaming nets, NBA 2K26. How y'all feel about that? I think that would be cool. I mean, but hopefully it don't add lag and latency, bro, you know? How pathetic they are. You know, we went to a new gen console. We thought we was going to experience less lag and latency, and we've been experiencing more. You know, we're plugged in Ethernet cable. We weren't even plugged in back then, really. Some people, the latency we be getting is crazy, bro. We even got higher speed internet. They really scamming us.
Fire, just like NBA Jam, a sharpshooter, when he catches the ball and shoots it, it is on fire. The ball's lit up on fire. Right? And I said, you know, you can continue to do that for every single person, a playmaker, right, in the park. But instead of having like just an ankle breaker, right, why not have like a literal crazy like animation to where if you do it for the game-winning shot, he like does like the person does a crazy animation, he falls out of bounds and rolls over like something real crazy and the game, right? Give every single takeover an opportunity. Same thing for somebody with the rebounds, which I was saying, if an individual gets the rebound and he goes up with a dunk for a game-winning shot, like that, of course the backboard would break, whatever, but why not have it to where he catches it, he flings a person off? Again, I know some of this sounds extreme, but every single great idea, right, or invention or whatever it is, there's always going to be a lot of people say that's just crazy, that's absurd, that never happened, right?
I mean, this somewhat happened before and everyone loved it. No one complained about it. But the game is so bad right now that people not trying to hear this. Like, they want the gameplay to be fun and enjoyable.
You would have told people back in the 1800s that were flying airplanes, they would think that's crazy, but someone had to think it up. So what I'm saying is that there's no such thing as a bad idea or stupid idea, right? You just got to keep throwing stuff out there and figure out. And I've been saying this for years, by the way. I've been asking for this for years. I've been asking for this behind the scenes with 2K, right? And I've been publicly dropping videos about this in 2K.
Listen.
Right? So
he's saying he been asking them for years to do this. Pay attention.
Where it looks like, again, these are hints. That doesn't mean it's 100% fact. Maybe this Dawkins glass can mean something else. But again, we're talking about Daryl Dawkins breaking backboards. The NBA had to literally implement new rules and a new rim for Daryl Dawkins. And you call it Dawkins glass. You got to put 2 and 2 together and say that that's what it's going to be. There's going to be some type of backboards being broken, and there's going to be some type of animations. The question is, how is it going to be implemented? Let that dang on backboard shatter, bro. If you're a sharpshooter, main playmaking take, let you break that ankle, you fall down, and you kind of be able to point at them and then hit that shot for the game winner. It's like it's over. It's going to be great for the casual player just to be able to get good. More of an arcadey, like, you know, Kyrie Irving, I can't remember where 2K was, dribble style was the best. And then the following year for in 2K24, Kyrie Irving dribble style is what you wanted. But in 2K25, that's not what you wanted.
Pro play.
I know so many people had such a high speed just to get Kyrie Irving dribble style, just to find out the wave.
This is how they scam us.
Over again, because they could have put those attributes elsewhere, right?
Yep. And this will always happen, guys. The highest ratings for anything in the game, it's never going to be the best. I don't even know why he's like speaking about this. Y'all gonna hear more about it later. I mean, he gotta have some bad relationship with 2K. Maybe he warning them, or I don't know what's going on. But he really finna expose these.
Just, you know, for push cross or, you know, whatever dribble sig that you felt was going to be you needed. Because the frustrating thing about 2K is that the most effective animation is not the highest rated animation. So you would think
that's how they make money.
That the best dribble style will be the one that costs the most.
Nope.
That's not the case in 2K25. You would think the best push cross is the highest crossover rating.
Nope.
It's not, right?
And this is by design, guys. They know what they're creating. They know what's the best. They want you to waste money on those super high attributes and then be like, oh, I could have saved attributes and actually put these attributes somewhere else and saved attributes because I went this high rating for no reason. The badge don't work, nor do the SIGs work. I can actually go lower and then have a way better build overall. It's in the game with like every rating. This is how they make so many build combos. This is why they can have a free builder and people are still spam making builds when they have a superstar-ish build because of all these things that don't matter. It's by choice. They're doing it on purpose. Mike Wang is making this happen on purpose. What are you gonna do about it?
Why is Zach LaVine at 75 speed with ball so effective compared to
the best step back
that are higher? So when you
pay attention,
make a build, you have to ask yourself, well, do I need to go 90 or am I safe? Hell, Zion Williamson
now look, hold on,
was better than like 90% of the dribble styles in the game.
Zion. And you only needed like a 60 for that. Now listen, this is why build YouTubers, y'all be double twisting on your knees. But like the real build YouTubers like your boy Swan and maybe some other cats that's real compy, and we give you the best builds for your play style. I know that's what I do, right? I'm showing you builds like if you wanted to play like this, you would optimize your build this way. And I let you know the nooks and crannies of what's working, animations. A normal person, 99.99% of normal people, they're not going to know all the information that certain people know. You can't just make a build, oh, I want this and that, but you don't know the min max. You don't know how to optimize it. You're wasting attributes and you're not getting the best bang for your buck. You're just going in a ballpark and you could be making a trash build. You could literally be making straight garbage. Every random I play with, horrible. We know they don't follow YouTubers. This whole game's meta, it is a myth. It only affects the top 10% of people, bro. Everyone you play, people do not have meta builds, bro. They think they're better than all YouTubers, comp players. They don't think they know what they're talking about. So they make what they want to make. People's egos are massive. If you don't think this, you're cooked. Go play with randoms. Someone 0-7 will be talking too crazy. He can't score off the dribble, use his right stick, nothing. Everyone's egos are massive. That's why y'all always see posts that go viral with millions of views. Stop following this YouTuber, stop. Make your build yourself. Like you don't know nothing about the game. You suck at every 2K. You're a negative win percent on every 2K. And you're not gonna see what other people have found and really study it and take in multiple people's information and then use that as a template to come up with what you want. That's the best way. You're a bot. People don't know they level in life. If you're just trying to do it, you're wasting money. It's 100 a build. Waste your money then, buddy. Make some trash ass build. Then you go play other people and you go be like, man, you know? But we'll be cooked, bro. Like, y'all don't know the science to all, like, what they're doing to y'all. Like, even Demi's telling you, bro. Y'all not gonna know that the Zion dribble style is him. But you just making your big build to try and get some other dribble style when you could have made a better build overall because you only needed the Zion.
Why is that? You see what I'm saying? All these confusions and questions that I'm asking leads to us making terrible builds or uneducated, guesses to what's gonna be successful for a build. And unfortunately, we have to lock that in and spend $100+ and then of course we will start playing, and then sometimes it only takes like 4 or 5 games, and then you're like, dang,
this build sucks.
A week in, 2 weeks in, somebody will find a base that is really good, and you're like, oh, that's fire. And then guess what?
And then you didn't need to go as high as you went. You could have been using something else.
Dang, I can't get that base. I gotta make my build over.
Or you needed to make it go higher. This is why you gotta put your ear to the streets and see what's going on to optimize your build so you can have as much fun as possible. Because in a game that's so trash and inconsistent and broken, they don't have it to where there's so many different things that's just as good. Like, it could be a world of difference. One animation, one jump shot could change your whole experience on the game. It's very important. That's why you gotta put your ear to the streets and fix your ego. But don't let these YouTubers overhype, especially YouTubers that are spamming 99 attribute type builds, bro. They're trying to bait you. They going for views. When I talk in my build videos, I'm gonna tell you what's up. I'm gonna be testing other people's builds on their account. You gotta be careful. Even though the 99 attribute build, it's gonna be better than anything you could make. But be careful, because people go for the 99 attributes and all that because it makes people click the video. For some reason, 99 attributes make people click the video. So be careful with those videos. But builds that are more all around, you can, you know, you gotta be careful, bro, and really listen to people, like hear multiple type of takes.
You know, if you need an 87, I only have an 85. You see what I'm saying? So it has to, in order for us to truly, because all of us just wants to make 1 or 2 builds. But I'm not gonna go as far out and say that 2K's intentionally doing this.
They are.
I mean, I don't know, but I mean, you have to think about it.
Of course he can't say that. It's intentional, bro. They're breaking microtransaction records. Think about this. They're breaking microtransaction records. And I don't even think this game sold as much. I think it didn't, right? When I AI it, they say it sold like one of the bottom selling 2Ks. I don't know if AI lying or what, but they're breaking microtransaction records because of the cap breakers, extra build slots, and however else they designed the game. So they're gonna keep doing this in every 2K, bro. Then it's not even counting how they patch the game and nerf certain things, ghost nerf, ghost buff. You know, they're really trying to manipulate y'all. So you gotta be careful, dog.
Let's be honest, there is so much money being made by individuals messing up on their builds and having to continuously go back and spend money to tweak this build, go back, spend money, tweak this build. Oh, there's a patch update, now I gotta tweak this build. Oh, my ball handling is actually a little too high. I could put this on my 3-point shot. Let me go ahead and redo this build. There needs to be standards across the board. So I'm not gonna be sitting here rambling. I just wanna go ahead and give you what needs to be done, okay? When we make a build and we test out the build, there needs to be somewhere in the park where our build can be 99 overall. And just like how they have in the park where
there's no way they let this happen. Imagine you go make your build before you spend money on it. You can go test it in Rookieville versus other people. That's what he's about to say. There's no way they'll add that. That's a risk to their bag. They should, but that's a risk to their bag, bro. There's no way.
Only for new rookie players can only step on that court. They should have a server or whatever to where we can go into the park with our build, testing it out, and be able to figure out if this is the build we want to use. That's the only court we can play on. It don't have to be the most exciting, glamorous. We can be in brown shirts, whatever. I mean, make it as dull and plain as possible to where you don't get no rep or anything like that. We're just testing out the build against other players, because that is what you really will find out if this is going to be the best, right?
Even if they were to ever implement that, you know, they would have the difficulty very.
This Kyrie Irving does not work, right? Does not work. Was it Gillard? What was the guy? Garland is the best, you know? This behind the back doesn't work really well. It's this one, you know, to be able to truly see the effectiveness of animations. That's what we need, okay? Then number 2, what we need is if this dribble style costs me to be 90, if I had to have a 90 plus dribble speed with ball to get this dribble style, damn it better be the best dribble style in the game. Hands down, it better be the best dribble style in the game. That'll never happen. We can no longer have the highest rated animations be some of the shittiest. Like, this is keep it a stack. It gotta be like, it gotta.
Do y'all think this is like a new thing that they're like letting people that got logos and stuff like talk more open so they don't get as much backlash, or y'all think something's going on? Cause do y'all hear this? Like, he really exposing this. What's going on, bruh?
Listen, it has to make sense. That's all I'm saying. It has to make sense. The higher rated of a shot, for instance, okay? T-Mac, why is T-Mac the best jump shot in the game for bigs, but yet it is one of the lowest thresholds to get? Anybody can get that base.
Get you.
In my opinion,
to make you
have a 90 plus to get that. You see what I'm saying? Patty Mills. You should have to have a 90 plus mid-range 3-point shot to get that, not an 80 something.
They know you're gonna remake your build possibly just to get the patty.
2K knows this.
They're doing the combinations. They know.
They know T-Mac's big man base in the game.
They know.
But there's still this confusion of just mixing good, bad, highly rated, underrated. Zion Williamson we're only requiring a 65 to be one of the best dribble styles in the game is absurd.
This will never leave the game. Don't get your hopes up. Tap in, put your ear to the streets.
Right? There were so many people that was like, bro, I'm just gonna go 65, get that Zion, because that push cross crazy. It should be like, bro, like, I wanna have the highest. And then stuff like Tyrese Halliburton, SGA, LaMelo Ball, those dribble styles were terrible. Everybody was sticking with 75, Zach LaVine.
But pro play, how is professional NBA players who cook other NBA players, how are their dribble moves trash? How don't they work? How are they slow and clunky? Very interesting. But this whole realistic though, apparently.
So in order for us to have a really good fighting chance to only make 1 or 2 builds, these things need to happen. If it doesn't happen, then after a while, you just got to ask yourself, is this intentionally being done so we can just continue to make builds over and over again?
Yes.
Right? And then the last thing, when
But why is he saying this? Like, maybe everything he's ever told us is just a genjutsu and he's X'd out. Like, I'm confused, man. This is funny.
Patches are made and patches are adjusting stuff. If they are impacting people's builds and you are impacting the way that somebody made a build that's a 99 overall still, and then you nerf stills, how are we compensated for that? How are we able to make up for that? Those are the questions.
Bro, what's going on?
But until 2K,
what is going on?
A really solid ability.
Is he finna sue these? Like, you know what's going on? Why is he saying this though?
To practice against other users, all right? 2K makes our ratings, the highest rated animations, the best animations, and only using patches for glitches or bugs and nothing that affects gameplay. We will continue to line 2K pockets with thousands of dollars with builds that we don't even use.
Bro, what happened, bro? What is going on? Hey, y'all join the Discord for the NBA 2K26 leaks. Link is in description. Y'all be sure to click the video on the screen.
But hey, here we go again. Yeah. Here we go again. People talking this, but when this hit the fan, everything I'm at made me. Now break it down. Yo, off the top of the dome.